Welcome back, everybody. Well, it sounds like a construction site around here. Let's see if we can put a top on the house. Hey, that's the way you do it, boys. Hey, we ain't tearing no tube boards out. Well, to keep from having to knock out 2 or 3 2x4s in here to get these tubs and showers in here, we just flew them in here with a crane. I've thrown me a piece of plastic over the top. That way, if they're up there framing and drop something, we'll give it a little bit of cushion. That way it doesn't fall in here and crack the surface. These boys are getting their gable ends ready. They'll take a crane, set them on there. A lot easier to build them on the ground than it is 15 foot in the air. Well, the garage doesn't look so big now with that raised hill. That brings this roof height on up, even though we've just got a 9-foot ceiling. That brings the roof height on up there so they match up a little closer with the garage. Boy, I'll tell you, having the right piece of equipment makes all the difference in the world. I was talking to Zenon, my framer here, and I asked him how long he'd had his boom truck, and he said he'd had it a little over a year now, but he said the problem he always ran into is they'd be ready to set trusses on the house, and his boom truck guy'd say, well, it'll be next week before I can get to you, so he made the business decision to go ahead and buy him a boom truck. He can set trusses whenever he wants to now. Smart business decision. This is my foreman for today. Watch him here, he'll roll over. He likes that belly rub. What do you think, our chief? Well, 12 o'clock. They've got the trusses on there, which they've got to go back and put the tops on them. But then back in the breezeway, they went ahead and got my, if you want to call it, joist ran in there and got the floor down on it. So we're moving right along. But the T-Deck guy came out and approved my septic tank. So while no commotion's going on, I'm going to go ahead and fill a hole up. I forgot I hadn't measured to the front corner of the tank. From my memory, it's 19 feet off the corner of the house. Well, we're moving right along. We've got our ceiling and sort of floor put in for the little attic space in the breezeway that ties the garage to the house. So they got that done. Well, they got the roof on the breezeway and got the roof sheathing on it. The plan, the guy that actually drew the plan, he actually had the ridge of this going on up because we've got plenty of room here on the garage, but he actually had the ridge going up on the house. And I just didn't want that little bitty, I didn't want them little 2 valleys and that little peak running to that roof, the gutter, mess it up. So I actually adjusted the height of that and set them a height, and that way I've got room to my overhangs. I can get my material through there, my gutters will run all the way through, and I'll be able to get my metal in there. But I'm not going to have as much room, headroom above the breezeway as I was hoping for, but I think it'll be a lot better in the long run. And the way these trusses are laying out, I was going to put my heat and air system in the breezeway and run my ductwork through. But as much room as I've got in this attic, I'm going to actually set it and run the heat pump and run my ductwork down the center of the house. I think it'll work out better. My runs won't be as long. I can get one straight trunk through there, feed the house. We'll get it up there and build a floor and get it up off the above the ceiling. Get it in there where we won't hear it run, insulate it under it real good. I think we can make that work. But I'm glad I did that. Well, we got the caps to our roof trusses coming in. Boy's got everything pretty well braced up and tied together, so let's set the caps down, get them put in place, and tie them together. We'll be ready for some roof sheeting here in a minute. Well, you want to know how to stop production? You let a cloud that looks like that blow over you. Well, the rainstorm ran our contractors off and flooded us out. We had probably, it was almost up to the top of the sole plate down here, so I had to go in the doorways and cut some holes so the water could drain out. But we still got quite a bit in here, so let's try to sweep some water. Hey, I might be able to, no, I won't be able to get it through there. What? Hey, hold on, Brantley, and I'll make that hole bigger. Mom, somebody asked me the other day what kind of bathtubs I was putting in this house. And I told them we were putting fiberglass tubs, and they told me I was cheap. And I should put you a big fancy tile shower in there. So for the record, we let everybody know that Travis is not cheap. You wanted fiberglass tubs and showers.
I wanted fiberglass tubs and showers. They're much easier to clean. Betty is a little cheap on other things.
Well, I knew she'd have to throw that in there, but we did. We went with fiberglass showers. So we've got a 48-inch for Palin's room. We've got a 60-inch stand-up shower for our bathroom. And then we did put one tub in the house over in the boys' bathroom. So it's a 60-inch tub shower combination. We have had tile showers before, and they are harder to clean than shower doors. And so Kristen said, hey, I want fiberglass tub showers, easier to clean, easier to maintain. So we went with white. So white seems to stand the test of time from a cosmetic standpoint. So that's the reason we put them in. Now everybody has their own preference, but we're pretty simple, so the old fiberglass tub showers will work just fine. But I will tell you, we'll probably dress them up a little bit with a tile around them, above them, and you can make them look pretty good. But Kristen won out on the cleaning. All right, Mom, you're doing good.
Well, you get a shower.
Reed, you're fighting against the grain there, dude. Where's your clothes? Let me borrow your broom just a second. He sends it to you, you sweep it to the drain. Reed, you know it's against the law to streak, don't you? Old streaker.
If they call you the streak, is it great?
Do they call you the streak?
No.
Fastest thing on 2 feet?
No.
Well, I think I'm going to wrap this one up for the day, but we've had a pretty successful day, other than that rainstorm coming in and flooding us out. But I guess one benefit to it is we got our workout in for the day. But I want to get this dried up in here. Those guys will come back tomorrow and get everything probably buttoned up on the roof. But I want to get it dried out because I've got my spray foam insulation guy hopefully coming next week, and I want to make sure all this stuff's dry. I'm going to have him come in. We're going to do a flash and bat, so I'll spray about 1 inch of closed cell on the walls, and then he'll come back with a bat insulation. But what I'm going to do is go ahead and have him do that flash coat on all the exterior walls, and then we'll come in and do our plumbing and wiring. That way we won't have a big mess, them, you know, shooting all over those wires and plumbing. And so it'll make it a little cleaner job, but I want to make sure that we got this thing dried out before that happens. But anyway, they'll be back tomorrow. Brantley's got a baseball tournament, the state tournament this weekend, so I'm going to miss videoing them finishing it up. But the next time I see you, I'll show you what it looks like. But hey, if you watch this one, I appreciate it, and we'll see you later.